So as I said, fam, the problem with many of y'all be thinking that these girls don't really like you because of the way you look, because of the way you dress. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you, like that plays a major role. Not even that big of a role, but it plays somewhat a role. Like your looks. Like you should look at your looks as maybe like they're kicking down the door, maybe they're knocking on the door. Those are the looks. And now for your looks, there are basic things you can do to just like enhance your looks. Because in terms of like the looks, there's not really much you can do, but there's things you can do to like better like so what I'm looking for to what's that wait yeah, like there's things you can do to compensate for those looks. Now, in terms of look, like there's basics. You all know the looks maxing guide. I even made some looks maxing guides before, where I talked about like bathing twice a day. In fact, I'm gonna give you more like looks maxing guides at the end of the video. So you just gotta stay tapped in and locked in all throughout the video. We're finna get to that. But as for now, game, fam. Game. Now, when I'm talking about game, I'm not talking about being a smooth talker, sweet talker, and all that. That's not, that's hardly game. Although it does, like, it is a part of game, like knowing how to flirt, being a flirt, and all that. But if you think that that's what entirely makes up game, you're wrong. Because when you're talking about game, fam, should I even, how can I explain game, fam? Like, when we're talking about game, we're talking about like in short, like how you present you, like you knowing how to present you in the best light possible, in the best way possible, fam. Like it's you, because when we're talking about game should never be like you trying to be someone else, you trying to do this, you trying to impress it by doing this. No, game should you, no, game should be you trying to like show her you, in a way if that makes sense. It should be like you trying to display you, like it's basic. Game should basically be you saying that, look, this is me. Like I'm gonna show you the best of me. Yeah, like I'm gonna represent myself the best way I know how to. And if you take that, we're on a date or you're gonna like me. And if not, well, because now most people will be thinking that game is universal or game. No, game is subjective. You might be the smoothest guy in your street, but then you might meet a chick and then she don't really feel you like that. It's gonna happen. You all be thinking that game is like this universal key that opens every door and all that. That is not how it works. Keep looking there because that's where I'm seeing myself. That is the camera. Not sure if I'm making eye contact, but it doesn't really matter. So now, the best way to learn game, fam, the best way to learn that is to know you. And the best way to know you is to spend time with yourself. No, this is not some gay stuff or I'm gonna be telling no, not homophobic or anything like that. This is not really some gay stuff or I'm gonna be telling you all get to know yourself, get to no, you all don't like hearing such advice. But I feel like you gotta get to know you, like because when you're talking about game is pretty much you trying to like represent you. It's you representing yourself. Like in South Africa, we have this thing called amalobola. When someone's getting married or anything like that, the uncles go there to represent like them chana, the nephew. They be like, Khonse is this, I'm Khonse. They be like, yeah, our nephew is this, our nephew is that. Da, 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 da. So that is basically game. Now, game should not be, before you all misunderstand what I'm saying. Game should not be you babbling on about yourself, telling her I'm this, I'm a pilot, I'm planning on being this, I'm gonna be that. Few months, my goals, my aspirations. That is not game. Do not do that. Do not. Because I'm sure if you've ever been in that kind of situation, gets to a point where now she's like, like, yeah, and my goals, ah, 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 she's just nodding. Like she's not even talking no more. It's just you carrying the entire conversation. That should not be you, fam. Do not do that. Never ever. So now, the best way to represent yourself is for you. Nah, this is like the second point. The best way, fam, for you to represent yourself is for you. I don't want to have no feelings or anything like that, ne? But let's look at it this way. Let's say, going back to the lobola, like, wait, let me drink some water real quick. Spitting fire right now. Going back to like the lobola negotiations and all that. Now, as we said, the uncles go there to represent their nephew. They be like maybe to the to the wife's family, the future wife's family. They be like, now our niece is this, oh no, our nephew is this, our nephew is that, and right. But now let's say like the nephew has nothing really going on for him, like doesn't have a job, nothing special whatsoever about his life. Now imagine you being the uncle trying to represent someone who has nothing going for them. It would be hard because now you're there trying to find something good about yourself, something wonderful to tell them about your nephew, but like there's literally nothing. So this ties back to you, tying it back to you. Before you can even try the smooth talker things, you gotta have things going for you. You gotta have motion in your life. Fam. I've noticed that in some of these videos when like where True Cam or Hamza be talking about, especially this part, where he be telling you all that, because where he be telling you all regarding maybe on the videos where he's trying to teach you all game and all that, and then he tells you all that you gotta build yourself. I noticed that those parts of the videos, those notice that part of the video is the part that most people skip. Most people don't like that part. Most people just want to get to the pickup line, the flirting and all that. Listen, fam. It don't matter how much of a flirt you are. If you have nothing going for you in your life, if you ain't got no motion, no girl is attracted to a man without motion. No girl is gonna be attracted to a man without any ambition. I'm gonna just put it like point blank. Like these things is loud, dog. Now let me do this real quick. Yeah, so as I was saying, you gotta have motion in your life. Because I remember with me, there was a period where like I wasn't even chasing girls or anything like that. Like my life was just like messed up. So I was like, you know what? Let's try and build ourselves. Because you might get girls. Let me let me just be honest with you. You might get girls. You will get girls. But whether or not that is the tier of girl you are attracted to says a lot about you. Because at the time, I'd attract like girls that were most into the party lifestyle, drinking, drugs, and all that. Those were the type of girls that I was with. Because those ones, they don't really care about ambition or anything like that. They just want to know who's going to be buying next weekend. That's those type of girls. But now, when you're trying to level up, when you're trying to like get you date and get you even talk to the next tier of women, like the the the, the higher echelon of women, you gotta build yourself because there's no way you're getting there. And now when you all get to talk, you be like you got nothing special going for you. Yeah. So that is basically the second thing I wanted to tell you. Y'all gotta make sure, fam. Y'all gotta make sure that you have motion, fam. Without motion, I repeat. Eh, 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 bana. Akusari emetse di phone, akusodi. Ah, ikut. Ke ngiyapeta kanti. Hayi ekudlala. Nekudlala. Fam, as I was saying, that mano we mano. Like right now, we finna get a bit personal or anything like that. Let's get personal. Let me get closer to you. Don't be shy. Look, it's okay to have game and all that. Eh? I'm not gonna say that game is a bad thing, game is this, game is that. But you gotta be building yourself, fam. you're watching this video trying to get good with girls and all that, but if that's the only thing you're going for in your life, if you ain't got motion, if you ain't getting closer to God, you ain't like all these other things is fleeting, fam. It's just vanity, to put it bluntly. No, the Hebrews forgot the Hebrew name that was used in the Bible for vanity, but they define it as like smoke. You see smoke, you can see the smoke. It can be big, it can be it's enticing. You see that it's there, but as soon as you try and get close to it, try and grab the smoke, just like seeps through your hands, just vanishes. That is vanity, fam. I get you're all trying to get the hands and all that, but what's more important is building you. Hope that makes sense. Sorry for getting too deep, but Mano man, I had to tell you that. I had to. Because you gotta put yourself on the pedestal. Girls should not be like the main objective. The main objective should be you building you. You reaching your goals, you getting closer to God, you being the best man God made you, like being the best version of yourself that God made you to be. That should be your end goal. The girls and all that should be an addition to that. It shouldn't be like the main goal. Please. So let's get back to it. So that was the second thing, right? You gotta build yourself. Think I'm gonna leave it there, fam. Nah. Now those I was going around. I was thinking of going on a rant or anything like. I was thinking of going on a rant, like telling you. But I feel like if y'all manage to nail the two I just told you now, those are the two pillars. Like those are the reactions. If y'all do, I was doing engineering science, so there are things called the supports. Those are the supports before we bring anything else, because I want to give you all more stuff. But if you all lack those two, um, you shallow. Yeah. So, and you gotta hit the gym. Girls love a man with triceps. Girls love a man with triceps. Yeah. So, regarding the looks maxing advice, first thing, fam. Again. Why? Oh, what's wrong with you? Sure, sure. Eh? Now we say why, man. Nancho ki chunang makwamakaza why. So, fam, the looks maxing advice. Before I forget, like my mind is all over the place right now. First thing, gotta bath twice a day. Like, that is non-negotiable, fam. Right now, I'm doing it like 3 times. I'm not sure if that's good for you, but it's because I leave the gym at 4, so I gotta bath. And in the morning, I bath, and then now before I sleep, I'm a bath again. So you gotta do that at least twice a day to avoid like any buildup of dirt and all that, and going to sleep with sunburn and all that. Because it's not even about the sunburn, because you gotta get, what am I saying? Regarding the bathing like twice a day, it helps with your complexion. Now the goal is to not get like light skin or anything. I don't really care about that, but it's to not have like an uneven tone, because that is what looks bad. When like some places it's dark, some places it's light, it just looks weird. So good hygiene. Yeah, not really gonna advertise anything to you, like any skincare routine. I don't really use none of that, but just gotta do that. Yeah. Yeah, fam, that is all. Like hair, grooming, like you gotta make sure you always have a clean cut. Think I might some enhancement. Like I actually cut my own hair. So for me it's like I even have the enhancements and all that. But I didn't really add anything right now. Keeping it pure because I'm gonna be going to bed. I don't wanna like yeah, so gotta make sure you always have a clean cut. Yeah. Cut you. Um, go look at my looks maxing video. Right now, that is not what we're talking about. But yeah, do the bare minimum for your looks now. Not even the bare minimum for your looks, go all out. But then understand that you're not gonna look like Chris Hemsworth, Captain America. I forgot what his name is, but or is it Thor? Forgot like yeah, I forgot the characters. But you're not gonna get like the deep blue eyes or anything like that. Work with what you have. You should like in terms of look, I feel like you gotta aim to get what you have to the best that it can get, if that makes sense. Like the best you can do with your skin tone, the best you can do with your physique, the best you can do. The best is what you should aim for, not to look like someone else. I feel like that's a good way to close it. Fam. If you've learned if you've learned anything from this video, if you found this video helpful and useful, like I said, leave a like, subscribe, and there'll be more videos like this. So make sure you tapped in, make sure you locked in, make sure you locked in. I'm gonna leave it at there. Faith Club, stay blessed.